They stopped replying to your messages. They ignored your presence. They acted like your value disappeared overnight. Most people panic at that moment. They chase harder. They explain themselves. They beg for attention. But the Stoics understood something powerful. The moment you stop chasing is the moment you regain control of your life. Never chase. Expect nothing. Just disappear. That silence will teach people your value faster than words ever could. And if you truly want to master emotional control, inner peace, and silent strength, subscribe to this channel now. Because every video here is designed to help you become mentally stronger than 99% of people. There is a dangerous habit destroying modern people. The habit of constantly needing validation. People wake up and immediately check who viewed their story, who liked their photo, who replied their message, who noticed them. Their happiness depends on attention. And when attention disappears, they feel worthless. This is why people chase. They chase relationships. They chase friendships. They chase approval. They chase respect. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. What runs after others loses itself. What stands still discovers its power. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself that people's opinions are temporary. Today they praise you. Tomorrow they criticize you. Next week they forget you completely. So why sacrifice your peace trying to control unstable minds? Think about how exhausting chasing really is. You send long paragraphs trying to explain yourself. You keep proving your worth to people who already decided not to value you. You keep forcing conversations that died naturally. You keep holding on to people who secretly moved on. And slowly your self-respect disappears. Not because they rejected you, but because you abandoned yourself trying to keep them. That is the real tragedy. The Stoics believed your dignity must never depend on another person's behavior. If someone wants to leave, let them leave. If someone ignores you, let silence answer them. If someone cannot see your value, do not stand there advertising your worth. The sun does not beg people to notice its light. A lion does not chase validation from sheep. Strong people do not force attention. They walk away. And that walk away changes everything. Because absence reveals truth. People only understand value after losing access to it. When you are always available, people become comfortable disrespecting you. When you constantly chase, they stop appreciating your presence. But when you disappear quietly, something strange happens. The same people who ignored you begin wondering about you. The same people who took you for granted start feeling your absence. Not because you manipulated them, but because your silence removed the energy they were consuming for free. Most people fear disappearing. They fear being forgotten. But the Stoics understood this deeply. If your absence means nothing to someone, your presence never truly mattered to them. That truth hurts. But it also frees you. Imagine wasting years trying to hold someone who only stays because you chase them. Imagine shrinking yourself just to remain acceptable. Imagine abandoning your standards just to avoid loneliness. That is not love. That is emotional slavery. And Stoicism was built to destroy slavery of the mind. Epictetus taught that suffering comes from attachment. Not attachment to objects, but attachment to outcomes. You suffer because you expect loyalty from temporary people. You suffer because you expect honesty from selfish minds. You suffer because you expect others to love you the way you love them. But people are not you. And once you accept that, peace enters your life. Never chase. That does not mean become cold. It does not mean stop caring. It means stop forcing. There is a difference. You can love people without losing yourself. You can care deeply without begging for attention. You can value connection without depending on it for survival. The strongest people in life are not the loudest. They are the calmest. They know how to walk away without drama. No revenge. No emotional speeches. No public announcements. Just silence. Just distance. Just disappearance. And silence is powerful because it forces reflection. Arguments create resistance. Silence creates curiosity. People expect reactions. They expect anger. They expect emotional breakdowns. But when you disappear peacefully, you confuse them. Because your calmness exposes your strength. Most people react emotionally because they cannot control themselves. Stoicism is about mastering your reactions. If someone disrespects you, pause. Observe. Analyze. Then respond with wisdom instead of emotion. Sometimes the strongest response is no response. You do not need to attend every argument you are invited to. You do not need to defend yourself against every opinion. You do not need to explain your value to blind minds. Silence is not weakness. Silence is self-control. And self-control is rare. Modern society rewards noise. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants visibility. Everyone wants constant recognition. But the Stoics knew peace grows in detachment. The less you depend on external validation, the stronger your inner world becomes. A person who controls their emotions becomes untouchable. Not because life stops hurting them, but because pain no longer controls their decisions. That is real power. And here is the truth many people avoid hearing. Chasing pushes people away. The more desperate you become, the less attractive you appear. Because desperation communicates fear. Fear of loneliness. Fear of abandonment. Fear of not being enough. But calm detachment communicates confidence. When you stop chasing, you tell the world, I know my value even if you cannot see it. That energy changes everything. People can feel when someone respects themselves. They can also feel when someone is emotionally starving. And emotional starvation destroys relationships. No one respects someone who constantly abandons themselves for approval. Think about how many people lost themselves trying to keep someone. They stopped focusing on their goals. They stopped protecting their peace. They stopped growing. All because they feared losing a person who was already emotionally distant. Stoicism teaches that nothing external belongs to you permanently. Not relationships. Not money. Not status. Not even your body. Everything is temporary. Once you truly understand this, attachment loses its grip on you. And suddenly rejection no longer destroys your identity. You realize people leaving is part of life. Some people are lessons. Some are blessings. Some are warnings. But none of them should control your peace. That is why disappearing is sometimes necessary. Not to punish others, but to reconnect with yourself. Because many people are physically alive but mentally lost. They became addicted to noise. Constant texting. Constant attention. Constant emotional chaos. They forgot how to sit alone peacefully. But solitude is where strength is built. Marcus Aurelius spent time alone reflecting deeply. Not escaping reality, but understanding it. Solitude teaches you who you are without external distractions. And many people avoid solitude because they fear meeting themselves. When you disappear from unnecessary noise, you begin hearing your real thoughts. You notice your weaknesses, your fears, your addictions, your insecurities. And that awareness becomes the beginning of transformation. The world changes when you stop needing it to validate you. You stop trying to impress people. You stop proving yourself constantly. You stop competing for attention. You move differently. Calmer. Smarter. Stronger. People start noticing your absence because your energy changed. Not because you begged them to notice, but because you stopped begging completely. That is the paradox. Those who chase attention lose respect. Those who focus on themselves naturally attract curiosity. But Stoicism warns us about another danger. Disappearing should not come from ego. Some people disappear hoping others suffer. They want revenge. They want people to regret losing them. That mindset still keeps you emotionally attached. True detachment means letting go completely. No bitterness. No secret expectations. No hidden desire for validation. Just peace. Just growth. Just moving forward. That is freedom. The strongest mindset is this. If you appreciate me, good. If you leave, life continues. That mindset protects your peace from unstable people. Because unstable people create unstable emotions. And if your emotions depend on unstable people, your entire life becomes chaos. Look around carefully. Many people are emotionally exhausted because they are chasing people who already stopped choosing them. Friendships where effort is one-sided. Relationships where respect disappeared. Conversations that only survive because one person keeps forcing them. That exhaustion is a signal. Stop forcing. Stop chasing. Stop abandoning yourself. The Stoics believe nature already reveals truth. If something requires endless force to survive, it is probably not meant for you. Real respect flows naturally. Real connection flows naturally. Real loyalty does not need constant begging. Yes, every relationship requires effort. But effort and desperation are not the same thing. One builds connection. The other destroys dignity. Learn the difference. And once you learn it, your life changes permanently. You become selective with your energy. You stop entertaining disrespect. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop trying to save people determined to misunderstand you. That silence protects your peace. One of the greatest forms of self-respect is emotional restraint. Not reacting instantly. Not responding emotionally. Not chasing temporary validation. Most people are controlled by impulses. They react immediately to pain. They seek instant revenge. They send emotional messages they later regret. But Stoicism teaches patience. A calm mind sees clearly. An emotional mind destroys itself. This is why disappearing quietly is powerful. It gives you space to think. Space to heal. Space to regain control over your emotions. And during that silence, you begin rebuilding yourself. You start reading more. Training more. thinking more clearly, focusing on your goals again. Your energy returns. Your confidence returns. Your discipline returns. Because chasing drains life from you. You cannot build a powerful future while begging people to stay in your present. And here is something important. Not everyone deserves access to you. Many people only come around when they need something. Attention. Validation. Support. Convenience. But when you need understanding, they disappear. Stoicism teaches observation. Watch actions carefully. Words are easy. Patterns reveal truth. If someone consistently disrespects your boundaries, believe their behavior. If someone only values you when you are useful, recognize it early. And instead of arguing endlessly, disappear peacefully. Distance protects dignity. Some people will never understand your value because they only understand what benefits them. Do not waste your peace trying to educate selfish minds. Protect your energy instead. There is also another reason why disappearing matters. It helps you escape emotional addiction. Many relationships survive purely because of habit. Not love. Not respect. Just attachment. People become addicted to familiarity. Even painful familiarity. That is why some people keep returning to toxic situations. Their mind fears change more than suffering. But Stoicism teaches courage. The courage to walk away from what destroys your peace. The courage to sit alone while rebuilding yourself. The courage to stop chasing temporary comfort. And that courage creates transformation. Because growth begins where comfort ends. Every strong person you admire learned how to stand alone. Not permanently, but long enough to discover their strength. And once you discover your strength, your standards rise. You stop tolerating emotional games. You stop begging for consistency. You stop lowering yourself for acceptance. You become peaceful alone. And peaceful people are dangerous. Because they cannot be manipulated easily. The world manipulates needy people. People desperate for attention. Desperate for approval. Desperate for companionship. But once you become emotionally independent, manipulation loses power over you. That is why Stoicism focuses heavily on internal stability. Your peace must come from within. Not from social media attention. Not from relationships. Not from public validation. Everything external can disappear overnight. But inner discipline remains. And discipline changes lives. Discipline allows you to remain calm when ignored. Discipline allows you to walk away from disrespect. Discipline allows you to control your emotions instead of letting emotions control you. Without discipline, people become slaves to feelings. One text ruins their mood. One rejection destroys their confidence. One criticism controls their entire day. That is weakness. Stoicism trains mental resilience. The ability to remain steady regardless of external chaos. Imagine becoming so emotionally grounded that nobody's behavior can destroy your peace. That is the goal. Not becoming emotionless, but becoming emotionally intelligent. There is a major difference. Emotionless people suppress feelings. Stoic people understand feelings without obeying them blindly. You can feel pain without losing dignity. You can feel sadness without chasing validation. You can feel disappointment without destroying yourself emotionally. That balance creates strength. And strength attracts respect naturally. People respect calm confidence, not emotional desperation. If someone constantly pulls away from you, let them. If someone keeps showing inconsistency, observe quietly. If someone repeatedly ignores your value, stop presenting it. Disappearing is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is understanding that your energy is too valuable to waste forcing connections. And once you protect your energy, your life improves dramatically. Your focus sharpens. Your goals become clearer. Your mind becomes quieter. You stop carrying emotional noise everywhere. And silence becomes peaceful instead of lonely. That transformation changes your entire presence. You no longer enter rooms seeking validation. You enter rooms already whole. That energy cannot be faked. People feel it instantly. Because most people are emotionally dependent. Very few people are emotionally disciplined. And disciplined minds always stand out. Remember this carefully. The people meant for your life will not require endless chasing. You will not need to constantly convince them to respect you. You will not need to sacrifice your self-worth for basic consistency. Healthy relationships feel peaceful, not exhausting. And if peace disappears constantly, pay attention. Chaos is information. Do not ignore it. The Stoics always observed reality instead of fantasy. Many people suffer because they love potential instead of truth. They love who they hope someone becomes, not who the person consistently shows themselves to be. That illusion creates suffering. See people clearly, not emotionally. Clearly. Actions reveal character. Consistency reveals intention. And once truth becomes obvious, stop forcing denial. Walk away peacefully. Some doors close to protect you, not punish you. And many times the greatest blessing in your life begins after you stop chasing what was draining you. But most people never discover that blessing because they remain attached to what hurts them. They keep reopening closed doors. They keep revisiting disrespect. They keep reliving emotional pain. Stoicism teaches acceptance. Accept reality quickly. The faster you accept truth, the faster peace returns. Denial prolongs suffering. Acceptance begins healing. If someone does not value your presence, accept it. If someone changed toward you, accept it. If a season ended, accept it. Then move forward with dignity. Not bitterness. Bitterness keeps you emotionally chained to the past. Peace releases you. And peace is priceless. There is another powerful lesson here. Your absence reveals your real relationships. When you stop initiating conversations, notice who checks on you. When you stop overextending yourself, notice who still values you. When you disappear quietly, masks fall naturally. You stop guessing who truly cares. Reality exposes itself. And that clarity saves you years of emotional confusion. Because fake connections survive through forced effort. Real connections survive naturally. You deserve relationships where your value is recognized without performance. Where your presence is appreciated without begging. Where your silence is respected instead of punished. Never forget this. Your self-respect must always be stronger than your attachment. That sentence alone can transform your life. Many people know they are being disrespected. But attachment keeps them trapped. They fear loneliness more than pain. So they tolerate behavior that destroys their dignity. Stoicism says peace is impossible without self-respect. You cannot hate yourself into happiness. You cannot abandon your dignity and expect inner peace. Protect your standards. Protect your mind. Protect your emotional stability. And if necessary, disappear. Quietly. Without announcement. Without revenge. Without hatred. Simply remove yourself from environments that destroy your peace. That decision alone can save your future. Some people enter your life as distractions. Others enter as lessons. Very few deserve permanent access to your soul. Be careful who you allow close to your energy. Not everyone deserves your vulnerability. Not everyone deserves your loyalty. And definitely not everyone deserves unlimited access to your peace. The Stoics practiced emotional discipline daily because they understood how dangerous uncontrolled emotions can become. An uncontrolled mind creates unnecessary suffering. An undisciplined heart becomes attached to unstable people. And unstable people create unstable lives. That is why inner mastery matters. When your emotions become disciplined, your decisions improve. When your decisions improve, your life improves. Everything begins inside. Never chase people who clearly enjoy watching you chase. Never force yourself into places where your presence is tolerated instead of valued. Never lose sleep trying to keep someone who sleeps peacefully without you. That realization may hurt. But truth heals faster than illusion. And healing requires honesty. Sometimes disappearing is the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. Not because you stopped caring. But because you finally started caring about yourself too. There is strength in walking away calmly. No drama. No public breakdowns. No desperate explanations. Just maturity. Just discipline. Just peace. And eventually you realize something beautiful. The less you chase, the more freedom you feel. The less you expect, the less disappointment controls you. The more you focus on yourself, the stronger your life becomes. This is why Stoicism remains powerful even today. Because human nature never changes. People still seek validation. People still fear rejection. People still lose themselves chasing temporary attention. But the Stoic chooses differently. The Stoic builds inner peace first. The Stoic values dignity over attachment. The Stoic understands silence. And silence speaks loudly. One day you will understand that not every lost connection was a loss. Some endings are upgrades. Some separations are protection. Some disappearances save your future. Trust that. Your energy is sacred. Your attention is valuable. Your peace matters. Do not waste them chasing people who already decided not to appreciate you. Invest that energy into becoming stronger, smarter, calmer, disciplined, focused. Build your body. Build your mind. Build your purpose. Because when your life becomes meaningful, you stop obsessing over who left. You become too focused on growth. And growth changes your standards permanently. Suddenly attention no longer impresses you. Consistency does. Character does. Peace does. Loyalty does. You stop chasing excitement and start protecting stability. That mindset creates powerful lives. Remember this always. People who truly value you will never force you to beg for basic respect. And if someone repeatedly makes you question your worth, distance yourself quietly. Not everything deserves confrontation. Some things deserve silence. Some people only understand absence. And sometimes your disappearance becomes your greatest statement. Not because you wanted revenge, but because you finally chose yourself. That is the essence of Stoicism. Master yourself. Control your emotions. Protect your peace. Accept reality. And never chase what willingly walks away. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel right now. Because every video here is built to strengthen your mind, sharpen your discipline, and help you become emotionally unstoppable. Stay calm. Stay disciplined. And remember this. Never chase. Expect nothing. Just disappear. The moment you stop reacting emotionally, your entire life changes. Most people never realize how much control others have over them. A delayed reply changes their mood. A cold response ruins their confidence. A little rejection destroys their peace for days. That is emotional dependence. And emotional dependence is dangerous because it gives other people control over your mind. The Stoics refused to live that way. They trained themselves to remain steady no matter what happened around them. Not because they lacked feelings, but because they understood one powerful truth. If you cannot control your emotions, someone else eventually will. Think carefully about this. Why do manipulative people succeed so often? Because they understand human weakness. They know most people crave validation, attention, approval, recognition. So they use silence as power. They pull away to create anxiety. They become inconsistent to create emotional confusion. And emotionally undisciplined people fall into the trap immediately. They start chasing harder, overthinking more, begging for clarity, trying to prove themselves. But Stoicism teaches something different. Do not panic when people change. Observe calmly. People reveal themselves through patterns, not temporary emotions. One bad day means nothing. But repeated disrespect tells the truth. Repeated inconsistency tells the truth. Repeated neglect tells the truth. And once the truth becomes clear, stop arguing with reality. Accept it. Then move accordingly. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that some people only appreciate you when they lose access to you. While you are constantly available, they overlook your value. While you keep forgiving everything, they stop respecting your boundaries. While you keep chasing, they become comfortable giving less effort. But the moment you disappear, their perspective changes. Because humans often notice absence more than presence. This is why silence carries weight. Not loud emotional reactions. Silence. Calm distance. Quiet self-respect. And that kind of silence is rare today. Most people cannot stay silent because silence forces them to face themselves. So they distract themselves constantly. Music. Social media. Relationships. Drama. Notifications. Attention. Anything to avoid sitting alone with their thoughts. But the Stoics believed solitude is necessary for wisdom. You cannot hear your inner voice in a noisy life. You cannot build mental clarity while emotionally attached to chaos. That is why disappearing can become transformational. You begin seeing life differently. You realize how much energy you wasted trying to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. You realize how much peace you sacrificed trying to maintain unstable connections. And slowly your standards begin rising. You stop entertaining conversations that drain you. You stop forcing relationships that feel heavy. You stop explaining yourself endlessly. That is growth. Not everyone will understand your silence. Some people will call it pride. Others will call it distance. But maturity teaches you this. You do not need everyone to understand your decisions. Especially decisions made to protect your peace. The strongest people often move quietly. They do not announce every emotional battle. They do not seek sympathy from everyone. They simply adjust their energy and continue growing. And growth always requires separation. Every transformation demands distance from something. Old habits. Old environments. Old mindsets. Old people. You cannot evolve while staying attached to everything that keeps you emotionally weak. At some point, you must choose. Comfort or growth. Attachment or peace. Validation or self-respect. Most people choose comfort. That is why most people remain emotionally trapped. The Stoic chooses discipline instead. Because discipline hurts temporarily. But emotional dependence hurts forever. Imagine becoming so mentally strong that rejection no longer shakes your identity. Imagine no longer needing constant reassurance to feel valuable. Imagine reaching a point where your happiness no longer depends on who stays or leaves. That is freedom. And freedom begins the moment you stop chasing external validation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing closure always comes through conversations. Sometimes closure comes through acceptance. You may never receive the apology you deserve. You may never receive the explanation you hoped for. You may never hear the truth from people who hurt you. And waiting endlessly for closure keeps you emotionally imprisoned. The Stoics understood this deeply. Not everything in life will feel complete. Not every wound receives explanation. Not every ending makes sense immediately. But peace comes when you stop demanding answers from people incapable of giving them honestly. Sometimes silence is your closure. Sometimes distance is your healing. Sometimes disappearing is how you save yourself. And saving yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. People who constantly sacrifice themselves for others eventually become emotionally empty. They give until nothing remains. Then they wonder why they feel exhausted. You cannot pour endlessly into people who never refill your spirit. At some point, wisdom requires boundaries. And boundaries protect peace. Never feel guilty for protecting your mental health. Never feel guilty for stepping away from chaos. Never feel guilty for choosing yourself after years of abandoning yourself for others. That decision may offend people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. But their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is protecting your peace. And peace requires courage. Because walking away is difficult when you still care. Remaining silent is difficult when emotions are intense. Disappearing is difficult when attachment exists. But strength is not doing what feels easy. Strength is doing what protects your future. Many people ruin their future trying to save temporary relationships. They lose focus. Lose discipline. Lose ambition. Lose themselves emotionally. All because they feared letting go. But Stoicism teaches that letting go is part of life. Leaves fall from trees. Seasons change naturally. Day becomes night without resistance. Nature itself teaches detachment. Nothing lasts forever. And once you stop resisting that reality, life becomes lighter. You stop trying to control everything. You stop forcing permanence into temporary situations. You begin appreciating moments without clinging desperately to them. That mindset creates emotional balance. And emotional balance creates power. Because calm people think clearly. Clear minds make better decisions. Better decisions create better lives. This is why emotional mastery matters more than temporary emotions. Anyone can react emotionally. Very few people can remain composed under pressure. Very few people can stay calm after rejection. Very few people can walk away silently instead of seeking revenge. That level of control is rare. And rare qualities create rare lives. Remember this carefully. Your silence should never come from weakness. It should come from wisdom. There is a difference. Weak silence hides fear. Wise silence protects peace. The Stoic remains silent because they understand not every battle deserves attention. Arguing with emotionally immature people changes nothing. Trying to force understanding from closed minds changes nothing. Sometimes the best response is complete withdrawal. Not to manipulate. Not to punish. But to preserve your energy. Energy is life. Where your energy goes, your future follows. If your energy constantly flows toward drama, your life becomes chaotic. If your energy constantly flows toward growth, your life transforms. Protect your attention carefully. Modern society profits from distraction. Everything competes for your focus. People compete for your emotions. Social media competes for your attention. Noise competes for your peace. But the disciplined mind chooses carefully where to invest emotional energy. That discipline separates powerful people from weak minds. Weak minds react instantly. Strong minds observe first. Weak minds chase validation. Strong minds build value. Weak minds fear solitude. Strong minds use solitude for growth. That difference changes everything. Never underestimate the power of disappearing quietly and rebuilding yourself privately. Some of the greatest transformations happen in silence. No announcements. No public validation. Just discipline repeated daily. While others chase attention, you sharpen your mind. While others obsess over people, you build your future. While others seek external approval, you develop internal strength. That process may feel lonely at first. But loneliness and solitude are different. Loneliness is emotional emptiness. Solitude is intentional growth. The Stoics valued solitude because it allowed self-examination. And self-examination creates wisdom. Most people know others deeply but barely know themselves. They understand everyone's behavior except their own patterns. They can explain other people's mistakes but ignore their own emotional weaknesses. Stoicism demands honesty with yourself first. Why do you chase people who disrespect you? Why do you fear being alone? Why do you depend so heavily on external approval? Why do you keep sacrificing peace for temporary attention? Those questions matter. Because awareness creates transformation. You cannot heal patterns you refuse to acknowledge. And once you become honest with yourself, change becomes possible. You begin noticing emotional triggers faster. You begin controlling reactions better. You begin choosing peace instead of chaos. That inner shift changes your entire life. Eventually you stop taking everything personally. You realize people often project their own struggles onto others. Their inconsistency reflects them. Their disrespect reflects them. Their emotional immaturity reflects them. Not every negative behavior is about you. And understanding that removes unnecessary suffering. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves of this truth. You cannot control other people. You can only control yourself. Your reactions. Your mindset. Your discipline. Your perspective. That is where real power lies. Trying to control others creates frustration. Learning to control yourself creates peace. And peace is more valuable than winning arguments. Some people spend years trying to prove themselves to people who already decided not to appreciate them. That effort is wasted energy. Do not force your value onto blind minds. Your worth does not decrease because someone failed to recognize it. A diamond remains valuable even in darkness. And your character remains valuable even when misunderstood. Focus on becoming better. Not more accepted. Acceptance from unstable people changes constantly anyway. One day they admire you. The next day they criticize you. If your confidence depends on their opinions, your peace will always remain unstable. Build confidence from discipline instead. Discipline creates real self-respect. Keeping promises to yourself creates confidence. Improving yourself daily creates confidence. Mastering your emotions creates confidence. Not compliments. Not attention. Not validation. Real confidence comes from knowing you can survive discomfort without losing yourself. And once you reach that level mentally, chasing disappears naturally. Because you no longer fear being alone. You no longer fear rejection. You no longer fear temporary distance. You understand your value internally. That understanding changes your energy completely. People notice calm confidence. They notice emotional stability. They notice self-respect. Not because you demanded attention, but because grounded people naturally stand out in a chaotic world. And the beautiful part is this. When you stop chasing, you finally have time to build yourself fully. Your mind becomes sharper. Your habits improve. Your focus deepens. Your purpose becomes clearer. You stop wasting emotional energy on situations outside your control. Instead, you invest that energy into becoming stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. That is the real comeback. Not making people regret losing you, but building a life so peaceful that you no longer regret losing them. And that level of peace cannot be purchased. It must be built internally through discipline, reflection, and emotional control. So if someone walks away from your life, let them. If someone cannot appreciate your loyalty, let them go. If someone repeatedly disrespects your peace, create distance immediately. Never chase what willingly leaves your life. The Stoics believed life becomes lighter when you stop fighting reality. Accept truth quickly. Protect your dignity always. And disappear from places that require you to abandon yourself just to stay accepted. Because the moment you choose self-respect over attachment, your real transformation begins. And if you're serious about becoming mentally stronger, emotionally disciplined, and impossible to manipulate, subscribe to this channel now. Because every video here is designed to help you master yourself in a world full of distractions, emotional chaos, and weakness. Stay disciplined. Stay calm. And remember, silence often speaks louder than desperation.